Good morning and happy blessed Friday. What I keep hearing in my head is there's nothing new under the sun. And the climate in which we're in, it's not new. And what tends to happen are issues begin to get either narrowed down or so spread out that you can't focus on what needs to be focused on. And so a lot of people say they don't know, or they don't know how, or they don't know what to do. And that's real. But what I want to offer you is it's not up to the people who have been receiving such treatment to turn around and then do the brunt end of the work. When history books have been designed to teach Black people the wrong information, to reiterate to them that they are less than, not good enough, savages, beasts. And this is something that's been instilled in U.S. history for so long that has failed so many people, giving very skewed views, world views, reality views. Then you have to know the impact of that information is still being carried around from one generation to the next. And as things have opened up, and with the simple click of a button, you are able to do research. It is then up to you to figure out solutions to a problem or problems that you benefit from. And what I've seen lately is, yes, we know that police brutality is big. We can't say that it's all police who walk away saying and doing things to harm people, that there were actually people who wanted to join that organization to make some positive change. But it's not just about police brutality. It is about a long history of people being enslaved, whipped, beaten, raped. And we can take that in the literal sense, and we can take that in the sense of figuratively. And this is the mindset. If you are afraid as a person, a Black person, to speak up, don't be. In order for you to be heard, your voice has to speak up, even if it shakes. However, it is not your job or your duty to continue to research and give people resources and have these conversations. One, if you're not ready. Two, if you don't choose to. And three, I don't know, fill in the blank. I think that the same ways that everyone went through the educational system and they were given the opportunity to read or research further, this is an invitation for people, for white people, to do the work. I don't feel bad for not being in the streets and protesting. One, because I don't want any more trauma. My body has been filled with too much trauma, and I'm not signing up for anything else. I don't want to see anyone else being harmed. I don't want to be harmed. And I'm not a fearful person. I just have boundaries. And now is the time where my boundaries are put in place. If you happen to receive a podcast or some information from me, it is because it was so profound that instead of me having the conversation, maybe you listen to it and then you have conversations with your friends who then have conversations with their friends. Granted, there are a lot of people who are grateful for people in the streets and that there's so much diversity. But I don't want you to forget that there's always been diversity. It's just been a group of people who have not been viewed in a way that their diversity is actually taken seriously. I think over time that it has just been something that has been so strong, so tough, so hard, particularly as a mother with raising a young Black man. Fear has been in the rear view mirror. In the rear view mirror, because if I wasn't a praying woman and I wasn't a follower of Christ and I didn't believe in God, I don't know how I could have gotten through most of it. And so if you have the privilege and the power, the question is, are you willing to give it up? Are you willing to finally level the playing fields? Or is the thought of that so outstanding that you will continue to walk on the wrong side? Thank you for listening. I love you. Happy Blessed Friday.